Hey guys, Tristan Bridges here with the Golden Goats. I just finished third place at the Idaho Regionals. It was a really small regionals. I think it was only like 6 rounds. I went 5-1. I lost round one, so I played all the way back. And of course, I played my favorite deck, Sky Strikers. This video is brought to you by Dex Protection, Plus One Gaming, and Trifinity Mats. So let's get started. Of course, I played 3-ray. And for hand traps, I tried this ratio. I did 3 Ash, 2 Veiler, and then I did 2 Ogre. This was the biggest mistake of my weekend. This should have been Impermanence or just a third Veiler, and like it just shouldn't have been Ogre. Like yeah, I sided out every match against Salad and every match against Orcus. This card does like practically nothing against those decks. And so, yeah, it should have just been like 9. 3 Veiler, 3 Impermanence, 3 Ash. So, that's gonna get put to the side deck. For spells, of course, I did the 3 Engage, 3 Roll, and 3 Widow Anchor. And then I did 2 Area 0. In Seattle last week, I played 2 Area 0 as well. This is the correct number, I think, because it doesn't clog. Because as soon as you get to Ray, like, you don't need any more copies of this, right? And if you get multiples, it just doesn't do anything. So, yeah, 2 was perfect. If I didn't open Ray, then I didn't open Ray. Like, the percent difference is only like 4% or something. So it's whatever. And I also did 2 Terra, and with 2 Terra, I also main deck 2 Mystic Mine. This card was really good against Orcus. I literally sat on this for 8 turns and high-alted him to death. And if they don't have the MST, Twin Twister, or whatever they're using to out this, then you literally beat Orcus every time because they can't out it. They don't have like a natural out in their deck. 2 Eagle Booster. I chose 2 because like you just want to live, right? And so if you just go like this and then you Eagle, then you're set, right? And I wanted to hard draw this, and I can't hard draw it if I only play 1 because that means I have to use an engage for it. And that's the only reason. Like you should only play 1, but I wanted to hard draw it. This is going back to 1. Unless Sky Striker mirrors become more prevalent, then this will be at 2. But there's just not a lot of Striker running around. It's mostly Salad and Orcus, and like Danger Thunder. So yeah, you just want to live. Anyway, I did 2 Called by the Grave. This utility is really good. And this card saved me a lot. Against Salad, I really like this card because I can hit the Jaguar, and it's so much harder for them to grind with me. And I can also hit the Falco. As soon as I banish both those cards, I want to make the game as long as possible because they can't grind like anymore. So, yeah. And this is just really good against hand traps, this format. And it's a good defensive card and offensive card. I did 2 Twin in the main. You need some kind of main deck spell and trap card removal. This card sucks against Salad, but it's good against everything else, like the Mystic Mindburn deck, and it's also really good against the Orcus deck because you can hit Babel and a Fogblade. So it forces out the Dingrisu, and that's really important. So yeah, this should go to 3. So there's a lot of changes I'd make to my deck list, and then I did Afterburner and Jamming Wave. I think you should play both of these. I did do a third Twin Twister over Jamming Wave, but I wanted the utility to just be able to have another out for that Mystic Mind deck. So yeah. And then like if I brick, like I can just set Area 0 and then like Jamming Wave it, and then it does the same thing that I want. It lets me start the game. Now you can't do that if you don't play, because then you'd have to Twin Twister, and then that's just like you neg 3 cards just to play, and that's just not good. For the one-ofs, yeah, I did these 3 for the one-ofs. This was at 2 last week. I'm really happy I cut that down to 1. It was not that good. Yeah, it just wasn't because I already had Called by the Graves. This is just a way so I could have a searchable way to do it, I guess. And in the mirror, you can take Kagari, so, and then Hornet Drone, and then Hercules Base. This card is really great against Salad because you attack twice, you force the Banelinks, and then you draw a card. And then I did Foolish Package. A lot of people cut this, but I still really like this engine because it just lets you start the game, and like if you brick, like you get another chance to play the game. So this is just the best cards. And even if you draw Metal Full Fusion, you have like multi-roll and Area Zero, so it's not even bad. And you have Twin Twisters. Like, you have so many ways to just get rid of this, to just discard it and then get a card back. Like, it's so good. And then Rhoda. And 39 cards. I don't know if my deck was 40 or 41. Just let me know. For my extra deck, I did Kagari. Ugh. It's just that one. 3 Shizuku. 3 Hayate. I did 2 Kana. I was really scared of combo decks because, like, what I want to do sometimes is that I want to Kana one of their monsters. And then when they kill this, I can summon Ray, and then I can Kana another one, and then I'm guaranteed to live. So I wanted to have that be a possibility, and I mean, it came up twice, so yeah, I really like this at 2. Definitely not 3 though. Phoenix, Hita, and Ningrisu. I think these are staple. These are just really good in general. I was able to make Ningrisu with Hita. I'm able to make like everything with Hita, and it's just really good. And Ningrisu is just broken because it outs those monsters that like you usually can't out, like that Avermax, the new one from the new set. Ningrisu outs that, and it's just really useful. So yeah, and like that's like the only out you have, and you can easily do that against the Salad deck. Bomber Dragon. I didn't play Boral Sword. I don't make Boral Sword ever. This card, like, I equipped it with a Hercules base this weekend and did 6K. Like, that was game. And then was the 2 fusions, because I also played 2 Super Poly in my side deck. And so, yeah, these cards were really good all weekend. I Super Poly'd and made both these. Like, it was amazing. And you can, if you have Super Poly, you can actually OTK them with this. So, because if you just have a way to Ray, you just summon Ray, you make like a Hayate, and then you Super Poly the Stalio and the Sunlight Wolf. Yeah. And then you make this, and then use the effect, and then you just make Shizuku, and you already have 1 spell, so it loses 100, and then this does like doubles it up, so that swings for a game. Like, it's incredible. So, in the side deck, I did do 2 Super Poly. It was broken. I only did 2 Lancia. Like, I don't know. This card's so good. It should be at 3, but I wanted to make room for other cards and like Metaverse and stuff like that. So yeah, it was just rough. I should be playing 3, I think, because it just stops the Orcus deck in their tracks. And it's also really good when you have like Effect Veiler and Ash with it, because if you have Effect Veiler and Ash, then when you Ash them and they call by the Groovy, you just Lancia there, and then they lose even harder. So yeah. I did 2 Metaverse. The reason why I side deck these is just because against Salad, like, mine doesn't do anything, and with a lot of other mine decks running around everywhere, like, you don't really want like 4 mines in your deck. So there was just a lot of matchups where mine isn't really that broken against, and so I didn't want to main deck so many of them, especially at a regional like this. So yeah, I just side decked them. It was good. It was really good against Orcus and Thunder. So yeah. And then I played 3 evenly. This card's really good. It's for Draco, like all the rogue decks, because no one plays around this card anymore. So it's over when you play it. And then instead of Typhoon, I did 3 Heavy Storm Duster. This card's really good because it gets 2 cards, but it doesn't do anything turn 0, and that's really important. And so I think these need to be Typhoon again, because with Typhoon you're able to, like, it's just good against Rogue, and it's good for that 1-for-1. But like against Pendulum, like, this actually does nothing, while Typhoon is like a huge hit on a card. So yeah. And then another thing was 3 there can be only 1. I chose this over Summon Limit because for one, the burn deck, they want to give you tokens, and then if you just flip this, like, you can always clear the 1 token, and then they can never give you tokens again, because they always have to give you 2 or 3, and they can't do that with this face up. And so, yeah, that's really good. It was also really good against Salad. That's how I won my Salad matchups, is that I had this card, and they can't really play. So, yeah, and that's the deck profile. I would like to give shout outs to Gio, Paco, Alex, Kyle, Kevins, KO2. Um, huge shout out to Manav. Because most of the ideas come from him, and huge shout out to my girlfriend for always supporting me. So that's everything. Golden Goats for life, baby.